floor is yours.
The Burn It Down podcast is now in session. Gateway is in the books. What did you think?
Chaotic. I wouldn't say chaotic, but it's just, I guess it's better than it could have been. Especially with the finish, but like that's on Ryan Blaney's crew and whatnot. But who would have bet Austin Cindric to win a damn race?
I had him in my lineup. Oh my God. If it weren't on the pit to restart, there was no passing. Very little.
Yeah, it's
Claire was king. The only person that really did, and I'd love to see the stats on this, but I think Christopher Bell passed more cars than anybody else, and all of them put together. He was by far the fastest car on the track.
And motor was going or something like that. Yeah.
They said he lost a cylinder and was down to. Did you see Truex helping him out?
I heard about it.
Through. Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool, actually. Teammates trying to help each other, and then, like you said, Ryan Blaney running out of gas on the last lap. I would love to have seen Bell keep his motor together and Blaney not run out of gas and see how that would have ended. I think that Bell would have got him in the end, but I had Blaney in my lineup too, so
I was able to take Kyle Busch out for Reddick, I would have probably been a much better day. Well, it would have been a much better day.
That was really kind of the only controversial thing. And I texted you when it happened that Kyle Larson's he's got another enemy. But then they showed the replay. And I don't think it was intentional. But Kyle Busch did come off of, I think it was turn 4. Either 4 or 2.
They bumped.
And he did bump him. He drifted. I think he just lost traction, kind of overcorrected and bumped him. But I think that was just a racing incident. What Larson did was not a racing incident. He meant to get into him. It was like, hey, man. And I'm not saying that he meant to take him out, but he took him out.
He meant to make him uncomfortable and try to push him up the track, and Kyle Busch didn't budge.
Oh, rattle his cage just a little bit?
Well, everybody knows Kyle Larson is aggressive and makes everybody move up the track, and Kyle Busch was like, all right, well, I ain't doing it, especially, getting hit. So Kyle Larson's probably like, well, all right, well, let's see what happens here, and just push the subject, and Kyle Busch isn't one to push around, and ended his day.
I like Kyle Busch's explanation afterwards. He's like, yeah, it's going to be my fault, so whatever. I want to give Busch some credence to what happened to start it all. Unintentional. I think what happened to end it was more on the side of intentional. But it is what it is, and I just, as much as a Larson fan as I am, I didn't like the fact that he was able to go on and get, I don't think it was a top 10 finish.
Yeah, it was. He 10th.
Yeah, it was.
10th, yeah.
It was 10th. I didn't like that very much either.
There's a lot of weird finishes. We can go through it, but Justin Haley 9th, Carson Hocevar 8th, like Austin Dillon 6th. Like those guys are never normally top 20, and they're top 10. Austin Cindric win, so there's 4 out of the top 5 guys, or top 10 guys that they're never normally there. So I don't know what it was with strategy or whatever, but congrats to them. I think I took Justin Haley too last week for our uh over under 25 points position for the picks. I think I took Justin Haley. You have it written down? I took Joey Logano on the win. I don't remember who I picked. As a dark horse.
Kyle Larson as the win. I don't know if we picked a dark horse in a.
No, I know I took.
Maybe we did, and I just didn't write it down.
I know I took Joey.
Possible.
I know I took Joey, but I thought I took Justin Haley as the dark.
You may have. Good for you. I don't recall. Well, finish that out. You covered it. Cindric wins. Hamlin second. Keselowski.
That boy he's there every week.
Like
every week.
Five top threes in a row.
He has
Reddick.
I'm trying to think how many top 10s he has. He has 8 top 10s and 7 top 5s. Only other person that has more top 5 or same top 5s is Denny Hamlin. He has more.
But I think this is in a row.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying he's super consistent.
He's
lately.
been second place 3 times. He's won 1, and third place is his worst finish in the last 5 races.
Yeah, I'd have to go look and see.
The boy's on fire.
Yeah.
And coming up to Sonoma, he's another good pick.
I guess last week's a different anomaly. He finished 6th last week, and then he finished. Oh, it's All-Star. Don't care. Goodyear. Oh, it's All-Star Open. I don't care for these. Hello. Okay, then he won. Then he was 11th. Where the hell did he hear? Did he crash out? I don't know. Dover? I thought he was finished well in Dover. Nope, 30th. He must have had problems.
Oh, that's not the way I remember.
I don't either. I don't either.
I'm just saying that's not the way I remember his last 5 weeks, but okay. Reddick was 4th, Logano 5th, Dillon 6th, Bell 7th, Hocevar 8th, Haley 9th, and Larson was 10th. Ty Gibbs, another strong showing in 11th. Chastain, Elliott, Busher, Byron. You had Gilliland in 16th. Bubba, 21st. Of course, Blaney running out of gas in 24th. Your pole sitter, McDowell, 25th. Bowman 28th. Truex in 34th. Kyle Busch in 35th. So, Kyle, I guess we'll leave that up to other people to dissect. But
I saw a meme of that between Kyle Larson and Busch. It showed you know the meme where Stenhouse is standing at the trailer at the All-Star race, and it imposed Busch's face on him. Then it showed Kyle Larson as the one walking towards him. Just waiting for you, bud. I thought it was funny. I just don't think Kyle Busch could get in 2 fights within like 3 weeks.
No. And still, what initially started it, to me, was nothing to get upset about. And Kyle Larson should have known that. I just think he pushed it at the end of the straightaway. But that's my opinion. All right. Your standings. And we're doing this on Monday, so we've still got 48 hours before we know what the penalties are going to be, if any. Right now, Hamlin's in first, Larson's in second. Top 16, Elliott, Truex, Byron, Reddick, Gibbs, Bell, Keselowski, Bowman, Chastain, Blaney, Bubba, Busher, Briscoe, and Logano. Now, we talked off mic the anomaly here that I am just shocked at. If you look at the Cup Series playoff, you got Hamlin, Byron, Bell, Reddick, Cindric, Elliott, Keselowski, Suarez, Truex, Gibbs, Bowman, Chastain, Blaney, Bubba, Busher, and Briscoe. Is there somebody missing out of that?
Mm-hmm.
Let me think for a minute.
The most popular driver.
Kyle Larson? What the hell? How can he's in second place whether you give him the playoff points or not in the point standing, and they took all of his playoff points away because he technically missed the Coke 600. Yeah, it's his fault. He made the decision to race at Indy, but he's still in the top 16 in points. He should be in the playoff picture. Not in first or sixth, but he should be in ninth. Even if he's got wins. I'm not giving him credit for any of that.
Well, I think, like I told you, I think it's all get people talking. You know, even though it's like you said, bad publicity or stupid publicity, still publicity, getting people to talk about it. But it's one of those things, like, it's a waiver. Like, if they knew this was gonna be a problem, Kyle Larson would have just took the helicopter to Charlotte and not even tried to do Indy. So, what are they waiting for? I don't know. If here's the thing, this is gonna, because other people want to do this now, like on top of Kyle Larson doing it. So, what's the incentive now? If NASCAR's gonna punish me, why would I do it? Why would I try to help the NASCAR sport out and try to be go to Indy 500 and draw that over here? Like, NASCAR's screwing themselves by like the stupid waiver system.
All right, you went right where I wanted to go. The stupid waiver system. Another monster they created. You've got Kyle Busch, who first one to get any waiver because he crashed the Xfinity race at Daytona in February, broke both his legs.
Missed half the season.
I think he missed 8 races. And they gave him a waiver.
Yep. It's just one of those things. NASCAR,
I'm not going to hit
shit.
all the waivers here. But Chase Elliott made a decision to go snowboarding, broke his leg, missed
6 to 8 weeks.
6 races? 6,
well,
7,
he got 2 waivers in 1 year. He broke his leg, and then he intentionally crashed Denny Hamlin. He hooked him.
Was that in the same year or 2 years consecutively?
I want to say that was last year because Denny was all he was on his podcast and the data and all that crap. If it wasn't, it was the year before. But regardless, he's gotten 2 waivers.
I thought it was 1 year with the snowboard accident, and then the next year when NASCAR imposed the penalty of 1 race, then gave him a waiver. Then you had Bowman, who broke his back in a dirt race, missed 4 or 5 races, and they gave him a waiver. So they've got multiple reasons for things that have happened to other drivers due to their decisions.
Yeah, it was last year. On Thursday, NASCAR.
Both of them?
Yeah, NASCAR confirmed it was granted waiver for Elliott, who was suspended following a termination of the race. Yeah, that was last year, June 1st.
When was the snowboard? Wasn't that
was
like in 20?
That was last year. That was like right after Daytona.
Well, it was after the West Coast swing.
Yeah.
But I don't think these were both in the same year.
Yeah, it was. On Thursday, this is last year's article. Last year, NASCAR confirmed it granted a waiver for Elliott, who's suspended following the determination that the Cup Series Cup Series champion intentionally crashed Denny Hamlin on lap 185.
Okay, look up the snowboarding date.
Okay.
That wasn't in 22?
That was last year. That's why he didn't get a win, and that's why Josh Berry got the ride, because he was in his car. Yeah, that was last year.
All right, so Chase got 2 in 1 year.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And
then Bowman got hit. My point is, every one of the waivers that I can recollect that have been granted were due to drivers, Kyle making the decision to drive in the Xfinity race, the snowboarding accident, the dirt track accident with Bowman.
Yeah.
All right. Kyle made the decision to drive at Indy. I'm very confident that they're going to get the waivers for Larson. I really do. But this waiver system's got to go. It's got to go.
It's just a control thing. It's always been like a control thing. NASCAR is for some reason, this control shit is just ridiculous.
My point is, just go back to, if you miss a race, you miss a race. So what? Why is it a penalty? Change the rule to where you don't have to compete in every single race to be in contention for the playoffs. And if a driver chooses not to, or is made to not participate in every race, okay. Where your points land for the year, that's how you stack up in the playoffs. If you get a win, you're automatically in. You know what I'm saying? It's like, stop this automatic disqualification just because you missed a race.
Yeah, I don't know what their deal is.
It's gotta stop. Because now, like we have talked about, it's getting down to NASCAR picking and choosing who gets to contend. Well, they're gonna let Chase or Kyle Larson in. They're gonna do it. It's just
because there's no way they don't have him in the playoffs.
There's just sounds like a soap opera. He may not seat as high as the highest point getter right now without a win. Which happens to be Martin Truex, but he will definitely be in the top 16. But he'd be in 9th place with his win.
Yeah.
That's where he would seed. With or without the points. You made the rule, you win, you're in. You got to honor that.
No, I don't disagree. Like, I don't see.
They got to stop all of this crap. They've just created a monster they don't know how to unravel.
Oh, they can unravel it. It's just, I don't know how I don't know.
They won't be fair in how they unravel it, because then there's going to be other people mad.
Yep.
I don't know. It irritates me that it created more problems than they've fixed. So, we covered the standings, we covered the race, we covered the championship 16, which they're going to have to fix that. So there's just no two ways about it. SVG, did you watch that Portland race, the Xfinity? It was a pretty good race.
Yeah, the reason I started looking online when I started seeing tweets about SVG doing like a burnout, trying to do a burnout around the whole track.
It was close. It was good. It was close. He didn't quite get the job done, but it was really close. There's not a whole lot of.
It's Monday, so there's not gonna be a lot of things yet.
Yeah, there's not a lot of news. We talked about Blaney running out of gas. Kyle's still waiting on waiver approval. Edwards is saying that he left Cup abruptly in 2016 because he was very unhappy he got a penalty in the final race in 2016 that he felt took the championship away from him, and he just stepped away. And now he's saying, he respects NASCAR, but he still doesn't like what happened. The Cup's going back to Gateway in 2025. And a thing caught my interest is Joseph Newgarden is now saying he wants to compete. He wants to do the double. He wants to do the Indy 500 and the Coke 600.
Yeah.
Penske
will put a car out there for him.
Penske will do it if he wants to. Have you seen any more on? We all know Stuart Haas is shutting down. We know Front Row got one of the charters.
There's nothing else saying who got the other ones.
Yeah. Everybody thinks, from what I've been reading, that Trackhouse is going to get one and 2311 is going to get one. I strongly lean to the side of RFK getting that fourth. I think Brad wants to get a third car in there. And I'm thinking Josh Berry.
Possible. They might
to me, that's a strong decision. Like I said, I'm trying to find something to talk about, and there's just not a lot, and I apologize. This is one of the reasons, people, why we always wait till Tuesday or Wednesday to do this, because then the news always starts coming out on Tuesday and is definitely out by Wednesday. I see where they said that inspection was complete and there was nothing to announce. So we move on to Sonoma, one of my favorite races. I love Sonoma. On the schedule forever. At one time, it was only one of two road tracks that they went to, the other being Watkins Glen. And I always loved them. I think now there's too many, but that's just my opinion. Your best performers, and I go by top 10, and then I'll run down the average finish real quick. But the top 10 current drivers with the most top 10s, and that's how I grade this. You got Busch with 7, Truex with 6, Elliott and Hamlin with 5, Blaney and Logano with 4, Larson and Chastain with 3, Bowman, Buescher, McDowell, Keselowski, Eric Jones, and Almirola with 2 each. Christopher Bell, he's been there 3 times. He's got 1 top 10. Stenhouse has been there 10 times. Goose egg. That's Austin Dillon's been there 9 times. He has no top 5s, top 10s. He doesn't. His average finish is 17.4. His average start is 21, so he does improve. And then the other important stat is who's the best at finishing there. Your top two no longer race, but they're still in the stats, being Harvick and Kurt Busch. But next is Logano, and I won't go over the numbers, but they're all out of the top 10 average. You got Logano, Busch, Elliott, Truex, Suarez. There's strong pick for the league. Busher, Chastain, Larson, Daniel Hemrick. There's another one. Well, he's only been there one time. And he finished 15th. And Austin Cindric, 2 times, 1 top 10. So I don't remember how many turns are at Sonoma, but I it's that little bus stop in it towards the end of the track where you gotta do a right and a big left and then another right, big right. I always love that. That's where Dale Earnhardt picked up, I want to say it was Terry Labonte. He had crashed and they couldn't get to him, so I think it was Labonte jumped on his hood and Earnhardt gave him a ride to the pits on his hood.
Yeah. I know what you're talking
about. Back in the day when they could be something. There's no sense in doing picks as far as head to head because I'm pretty sure
they're not there. I looked. They're not there.
So the only thing we'll do today, because we're just without information, who you taking for the win and who you taking for the dark horse?
I think I'm gonna take Ty Gibbs for the win.
For the win?
Oh.
25 and below.
McDowell's 24th. I can't take him. He's like a ringer for it. Corey LaJoy. Well, is there anybody randomly running this race since it's a road course? Or like, are they bringing in?
I don't know what the entry list is. You want to look it up real quick?
Have it.
I'm sure Van's Gin. This would be a race.
That's what I was wondering.
SVG.
This is the 2023. Oh. It's crazy. J-Ski's got it before NASCAR does. Let's see. Will Brown. That is Shane Van Gisberg's rival from their little crew. He's racing the 33 Richard Childress car. AJ Allmendinger's in it. He's racing the 16. SVG's not racing in it. Cam Waters. Oh, he's the one that is SVG's rival. Cam Waters is racing the RVK number 60. So there's Cam Waters. There is Will Brown. I gotta look at who he is. And then AJ Allmendinger. Those are the 3 non-normal NASCAR drivers going in this. And I'm going to take
SVG's not.
No, he's not racing. Because he was racing number 16, but AJ's racing it. Or the 97 or 79 or whatever they want to do, but he's not there.
All right. So
I mean, I don't know who all the other 2 are going to be, but I'll take AJ. He's a road track ringer. So I'll take my dark horse is AJ.
That's 16.
Yeah. Who is Will Brown?
All right. I'm taking Brad Keselowski for the win and Daniel Hemrick as my dark horse.
Oh, Will Brown is an Australian racing driver currently competing in the Repco Supercars. So he is from the Supercars. Who's Cam Waters? Are they
So
both?
SVG's bringing some of his bros home,
Pretty
huh?
much. Yeah, same thing with Cam Waters, an Australian motor racer who competes in the Repco Supercars. So they're both. So I was right. They're both.
Good for you. Nice to be right. And like I said, I can't find anything else. It's tough doing this on Monday unless you want to break down every freaking lap, and we don't want to bore people with rehashing all that.
Unless they do a last minute entry, that's all I see that's new. Kaz Gralla, he's racing, but he's not. Is he full time? I don't think he is. He's racing the 15 Rick Ware car. But that's it.
That's bullshit. I was I think this is the last race for Fox, and NBC takes over. And I just searched, and it came up wrong. 2024 NBC booth.
I don't think we know yet. Besides
Rick Allen.
is it everybody besides Gordon Jr. in there? Burton and Letarte? I'm assuming.
Oh, stop it. It's not coming up. Maybe you. Okay, a fish. We know Junior's not going to be there. He is not. He's doing his own thing.
It says right here, all the races will be produced by NBC Sports. Will be Rick Allen serving as lead race announcer alongside Jeff Burton and Steve Letarte.
Just Burton and Letarte, and that's it?
Yep.
Okay.
That's gonna be Mushmouth City. Jesus.
Well, it's better than trying to. I mean, I respect Junior. But him and Jeff Burton together is like, oh my God, stop it. Sounds like the Chipmunks. It truly does. I just, ugh. But
I'm trying to figure out what schedule. Didn't they change the schedule for this year, or is it that's next year? So it's NBC.
Well, no, they're going to USA for 6. NBC's got what? 8 of them, and then USA's getting some, and USA's also getting Xfinity.
Let's see. 2023. I don't want 2023.
Yeah, that's what he kept doing to me, is going to 2023.
NASCAR TV 20. Oh yeah. So starting at Iowa, it's It says to be determined. So it's not even announced yet where it's going to be for their first race. Xfinity's on USA. New Hampshire.
I know NBC is going to carry some, and I thought they were going to switch.
It's all to be determined. It hasn't been announced yet, which is crazy.
Yeah. I think NBC is seeing the sinking ship and jumping off before the water gets to the deck.
You know what's crazy? I saw a post. I don't know how true it was, but NASCAR is on what? Fox Sports 1? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
okay.
the trucks.
Okay. You know it was on Fox? Broadcasting on Fox that knocked NASCAR off? Pickleball. Fox rather show pickleball, which is...
It's a fad right now, especially with the folks.
Yeah, over NASCAR. I mean...
They have...
Writing's on the wall, come on.
Well, they keep saying, they made a big deal out of Gateway is sold out. Well, okay, that's great that you got them at the track. You don't got eyes on the TV. And now you're going to do all this streaming crap next year and take more eyes off the TV?
Yep.
That's... Yeah.
I found another site. It says USA. Iowa is a night race.
Yeah, I think it is.
7 p.m. on USA. And then the next race at New Hampshire is on USA. And then after that, Nashville is on NBC. Then Chicago's on NBC. And then Pocono's on USA. Indianapolis, which is on NBC, you'd think so. Richmond's on USA. Michigan's on USA. Daytona's NBC, duh. And then Darlington, the final race of the regular season's on USA.
Yeah, I knew they were going to mix it up with USA. But all Xfinity races for the rest of the year going to be on USA?
From what I've seen, yeah. Those are already set in stone USA.
So where are the truck races going to be? Are they going to remain on FS1?
I think so, yes. Fox
right.
And FS1.
They did put the truck race on FS1 this week, or Fox. And for the Saturday broadcast at Gateway, and of course with the rain delay, they switched it over to FS1. I don't have FS2, so all right.
I have
Let's
websites.
not bore the folk, huh?
I have websites that can give you free.
I know you told me, but you got to sign up.
No.
All right. We'll talk. All right, kid. That's it. I don't want to talk about stuff that don't matter and make anything up. So with that, I will sign off and we will see you guys after Sonoma. Burn it down!